Today's Melmetal deck, I think, is incredibly well positioned into a number of the popular decks in the format. Specifically, your Pikachu, Celebi, and Mewtwo matchups are all quite strong thanks to the 120 points of damage Melmetal and Tauros can deal to all of these EX Pokemon, especially when used in tandem with Giovanni. Drudagon as our front line not only buys us time to get these things set up, but its 20 damage in tandem with 120 and Geo also lets you clear things like Mewtwo in a single go as well. Speaking of Drudagon, I think that card's prevalence in this format is another thing that's made Melmetal better. When you're leading on Meltan, being able to safely amass in front of your opponent's Drudagon takes Melmetal, which is normally this really clunky high energy attacker, and reduces it a lot. It's not uncommon to get 2 amasses in, giving you time to both set up Melmetal and an artillery attacker like Tauros or Mew to be ready to go when they finally take down your metal lead. I hope you enjoy the range of gameplay that we have for you here today. I think does a fantastic job of showcasing how great the breakpoints are for this deck into the common metagame threats. If you enjoy what you see, smash that like button for the rest of the day. Have fun with what I think is the best metal deck in Pokemon Pocket right now. I have a favorite non-meta deck. I mean, I really like the Blastoise deck I played the other day. We're going first. They're playing a grass deck. It's a shame we don't have first energy advantage for Meltan. I think it's lead Mew and then just build up the Melmetal on the bench. Some days we do a small tip to play viewer deck submissions, but usually those are days where I'm doing a little bit longer stream, and today's not going to be super long, only a few hours. I think we just power this up and crunch through at this point. We'll let Mew take the first hit, and then we'll swap to Drudagon. And then we'll have Tauros ready to go. Or you're going to pull the Drudagon up for me? Thanks, bud. How'd the Pidgeot tournament run go yesterday? We went 2-2. The Gyarados matchup's pretty impossible, and then we had some pretty bad beats in our 2-color deck. I'm going out of town this afternoon till at least Saturday night, so I can't play anything tonight or tomorrow. I might play something on Sunday, but I'm not sure what my weekend plans are yet with the family. Would you like to clear my Drudagon? My Tauros is ready. Honey. I mean, even if that worked how they wanted it to, they were still very dead to the Tauros, yeah? Okay, so I think the plan here is We start building this up. And then we leaf back to the Drudagon. Actually, I think I leaf back to the Mew here. Because then next turn I can leaf back to this, and this one they can take the knockout on. Because if they take the knockout on the Mew, they win the game. But if they take the knockout on here, they don't. So they hit here, I put second energy. I switch this up, they hit here, I put third energy. And then they knock this out, and I have fourth energy, and then we draw the what's it called? We could be in trouble if they have second Sabrina, but with blue especially, I bet they don't have room for second Sabrina. So we leaf again here. Because they can't put Celebi up and clear this, because if they put Celebi up and clear this, the Tauros wins the game. So they have to just hit with this, which gives us time to set Melmetal up. We need them to not have second Sabrina this turn. If they don't have second Sabrina right now, the game is over. Even if they hit enough heads here to clear the Drudagon, the Tauros just knocks them out back. And they were, I know like this loses them the game slightly sooner, but they're just rocking a hard place, right? If they don't knock this out this turn, the Melmetal builds up, and then the Melmetal with Giovanni one-shot KOs anything they do as well. This is a really, really slick first game. I like that a lot. Great job, Melmetal. Good moral sport. I mean, that's a nonsense take. Do you not understand what happened in this game? Melmetal's the reason we won that game. I know Tauros dealt both of the finishing knockouts, but Melmetal building up on the bench to also be a threat is the reason why my opponent switched out there and then lost, or would have ultimately lost even if they didn't switch. So I get that the card didn't actually attack, but its presence in the game is the reason why the game was won. I bet if you go back and check the last 90 minutes of gameplay with this deck, every game we had Melmetal was a game where we also had Tauros have text. My money on the next set is that we're getting 3 of our 15 EXs will be Suicune, Raikou, and Entei. That's definitely my expectation. Yeah, the one game where Tauros wasn't good, our Melmetal got full sniped by Dragonite one go. Mewtwo gamer with no Mewtwo to start? That's good for us. There's only one X speed in my deck, so I'm actually going to burn the Leaf here to get the Meltan up and start amassing. If I had 2 X speeds to draw 2, I might be greedy and try and research into one, but with only 1 X speed, I think I just take the guaranteed free swap here. Whenever Slime draws a card, it feels so scary. Okay, so the game plan here is we do want to potion the Melmetal this turn, because very specifically, if they go Gardevoir, Mewtwo, they would be able to knock out Melmetal if it stays on 40. So I want to get it to 60, but I also want to amass this turn, I think. And then, do I want to start building Tauros, or do I want to start building Mew? I think I want to start building Mew to have counterplay into their Mewtwo. It's really unfortunate I haven't hit a Giovanni yet. Hopefully we draw Giovanni, so that way this can clear the Mew next turn. If we hit Giovanni next turn, we should be good to go. Logging in to claim my gold pass once per day and the daily logins for the winter holiday, but actually just playing Zero Snap and it feels great. Honestly, can't say that I miss it. And then we'll potion here to play around Giovanni out of them, I think. Geo's being buried in the bottom three is big sad. I put it on double Mew. Interesting. I put first energy, I clear this, they clear me, I put up Drudagon, I put second energy, they hit Drudagon, I put third energy. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to build up another Melmetal here, because this will have the flexibility to clear either of these in one, because we're due to draw Giovanni. And we can maybe pivot to this if they end up putting a Mewtwo down, but I think for the time being, investing in Melmetal makes the most sense. I think for my mental health, I probably would have taken a snap break a little bit ago if it wasn't my job. I think the gameplay-wise, it hit a little bit of a low point for me a few months back, but kids gotta eat, for lack of a better term. The kids are so needy, chat. They want to eat every day, sometimes even 3 times a day. All right, then we play out Tauros to insulate against a Sabrina. The fact that they have to knock out 3 of our Pokemon gives them so much they have to get through. It gives us so much time to build up our attackers. And with them not putting any energy on Mewtwo yet, we just keep building this, and then this with Geo should mean we're done here. Oh wait, do they have Geo of their own? If they would have had a Geo of their own here, powering up to 90 right away might have gotten us. I don't see how they win from here though, since they only have 1 knockout point. We took 2 knockout points off our first clear, and they only took 1. Because at this point, if they clear this with any of these, this wins me the game. And if they stop to build up this wins me the game. So they're just stuck between a Mew and a hard place. Melmetal feels like a really good complement to this Drudagon Tauros core. Oh, do they have Sabrina here? No, if they have Sabrina here, they don't take a knockout point. Okay, yeah. Yeah, and then they can't even Size Sphere and knock this out because then Giovanni with heavy impact beats this. And now that they have to give me a turn, it's like, okay, second energy on Mew. Your move, Yugi boy. We're right back where we started. You still just can't blink or you die. And now they're just dead. They're just dead to the leaf. They leave Mewtwo up, we leaf and we Mew them. They put something else in, we leaf and we Melmetal them. You had Sabrina and blue. Even if they had blue, I have Giovanni. You lose. Good day, sir. But it just like stud locked, not sure what to do. It's fine, we'll put you out of your misery. Good night. Our opponent is playing the full Charizard evolution and 2 Moltres, and they have 2 Arcanine EX, but notably only 1 Growlithe. Utility cards here are 2 X Speed, 1 Giovanni, 1 Sabrina, 1 Leaf. Mew's good here. Our one copy of Mew could maybe be our saving grace. We are going first. Yep. No red card to play around, no danger of being knocked out here, no reason to play our basics out and let them know what we're going to be working towards. We're going to need a Tauros or a Melmetal in addition to the Mew, because the Mew will make it so they can't put Charizard up. But we're going to need something that will allow us to pressure the Moltres off the table or the Arcanine off the table to start. Alright, well, this is guaranteed to be a Tauros or a Meltan. I think Tauros is actually better in this spot because we're not amassing, so Tauros attacks for 3, whereas Meltan attacks for 2, or for 4. I'm going to play this out. I'm going to go ahead and put an energy on here. They have 1 Sabrina, so I think we're playing out second Druddigon. The goal here is to get 2 energy on Mew, so they can't switch in the Charizard, and then we start building up the Tauros. Oh, they didn't evolve the Charmander this turn, meaning the soonest they can Charizard us is 2 turns for now. So I think because the soonest they can evolve, they can Charizard us is 2 turns from now, I think we actually put the energy on the Tauros this turn. I just want to make sure that I can have Mew with 3 energy as soon as Charizard switches up, is the TLDR here. Thank you, love. I'll need to... Well, I guess they would have to evolve into Charmeleon and put energy on it. But yeah, if they put energy here and they Heat Blast me, I'm actually going to put another energy on Tauros this turn. If they don't have Growlithe or Charmeleon this turn, I think we're done. Because now I go 3rd energy, Leaf back to the Tauros, crack them for 120. And then they have to shuffle around, and I have time to get my Mew online before they Charizard me. I'm actually a little bit sad the way this game is played out that I put second Druddigon out, but second Druddigon was important to play around as Sabrina earlier. So they can do this. Oh, I missed the potion. If I would have potioned, the Charmander can't clear me. But I think that's fine. I think if they clear me, I just put up the Druddigon and we start building Melmetal, right? And we're still just good to go. So now we start building this. And Melmetal will be able to get us a knockout point, or Mew could get us a knockout point on the other thing. I do not see a route to victory here for my opponent unless I make a mistake. But I think if we just power up Melmetal from here, they can't win the game. I believe is the reality we are in. So, let's say they do nothing and leave this up. We switch into Melmetal and attack this. And then anything they put up that can clear Melmetal, Mew will kill with Giovanni on the backswing. They have no copies of blue to protect them. So I do this. I suppose they have one copy of Sabrina, technically. Does that change my math? So we Leaf. And we Heavy Impact. And then if they clear us with Arcanine, the Arcanine goes to 130. Which Mew plus Giovanni clears. And if they put Charizard up and clear this, Mew also clears Charizard. And they only have one knockout point here. So all of our things being worth one knockout point is the reason why we're winning this. They can't just clear a second thing and win the game here. That was a grind, but we got it. An ETI on trading. They said trading's coming in January. My money on trading is you won't be able to trade the latest set. So the reason why they're waiting to implement trading is because they're going to implement trading for the first set when they add the second set. One thing I will say that I'm a little sad about is that both of the new promo cards this time around are just kind of bad. The new Snivy's not relevant, and the new Eevee's not relevant. While the Jigglypuff and Mankey weren't like meta breaking when they released in the first expansions promo drops, they were at least like interesting cards to build with. Whereas like these ones just like they might as well not exist. I don't even think they're side grades. I think they're just almost always worse. I think Charizard's current tournament results are mediocre, and it largely only sees play in current tournaments despite mediocre results because it's both a fan favorite Pokemon and it was good last season, so people already have it built. You know, with them building up Mew, I'm actually just gonna amass here again, I think. And just take my time. Ideally, I want a Giovanni for when this thing comes out. This takes 20 less from attacks, but it does still take 20 from the Drudagon. So we do lose the Melmetal to a Giovanni out of them because we're going to 110, and this is hitting for 120. I just take the clear, yeah? With the Giovanni, we could clear the Muno. And also potion here, so they have to have Giovanni to knock us out. Alright. Meltana Mass getting to show off why it's solid into these Drudigan stall decks. Just gives us so much ability to set up 2 threats simultaneously here. Hello? You done here, gamer? So just genome hacking doesn't do it. And then Tauros clears even if they clear Melmetal. Play 2 Giovanni in your Tauros decks, gamers. There's so many 130 HP Pokemon you want to clean out right now. And then obviously we also have Melmetal in here that loves Geo as well. So again, because I already have Melmetal in my hand, I'm going to research before I Pokeball, because it maximizes my chance of finding Meltian. The highest chance to find this little Dorko. And then in this matchup, I want to set up like this, I think. I wish I knew which Exeggutor they were going to go into. If they're going into non-EX Exeggutor, I want to power up Melmetal, but if they're going into EX Exeggutor, I want to go in on Tauros. Usually this deck plays 2 EX and 1 non-EX, so I'm going to hedge the EX by starting on Tauros here. With them growth spurting again here, that implies they might be playing the non-EX, so I'm going to go into Melmetal now on this energy. actually just can't beat a Melmetal. Good luck, Godspeed, opponent. For the purpose of stalling out, why take Tauros over Mew plus Budding Expeditioner? Because Tauros isn't just a card that stalls. I know you just watched the last game where Tauros didn't get to attack, but the reason why Tauros is really good right now is because it's not just a card that stalls. Tauros is a premium attacker in a metagame where Pikachu EX, Celebi EX, and Mewtwo EX are among the most common cards you're going to play against. Yeah, Mew is pretty common, and occasionally Starmie as well. Also accurate. Yeah, Tauros even lines up pretty well into Mewtwo with Drudagon, because Mewtwo will clear Drudagon, they'll go to 130, and then Giovanni with Tauros clears the Mewtwo out. I agree with that, Wake. I put like 3 or 4 variations of this Tauros Drudagon core together last night, and I think like from a matchup theories perspective, I think Melmetal's probably the best pairing, which is why I wanted to start on it this morning. Back. Loved the EX tier list video. Thanks. Yeah, I'm not sure how that one's going to perform. I'm going to be experimenting with a few different non-gameplay videos to see what does numbers here and there. Well, that's a lovely draw. Let's get Crackalack in, shall we? I think Melmetal's going to have a pretty heavy impact on the outcome of this game. So this does 130 with weakness, minus 20 from Hardcoat, plus 10 from Geo. This does not clear us in 1 no matter how they slice it, so I think we're good to go here. There's a world where they have a copy of Blue and can live with the Flareon? I'll have to decide, is this last bench slot for a Mew, or is it for a Melmetal? If they're Charizard, it'll be for Mew. If they look like just Moltres Arcanine, it could be for Melmetal. The Mew out of my opponent makes Charizard less likely. Usually there's not room for Arcanine, Mew, and Charizard all in the same deck. So I want to prioritize getting Tauros to 2 energy here, I think. So that way they can't just put the Arcanine up without me threatening to clear it on the backswing. And then we'll want to start building up Melmetal as a secondary attacker. So even if they start attacking with this, we'll put second energy. If they start attacking with this next turn, we'll get a couple energies on here before they clear it. And the goal is to just get this big enough to attack by the time they clear the Tauros out. And I'm never amassing, so we'll just play the Melmetal out now to play around a stray copy of Red card that people sometimes play still. So even if they had hit more energies on Arcanine, they still wouldn't want to switch it in this turn because the Tauros is built. If you could choose the first EX Dark Pokemon, which would you pick? I would be shocked if we don't have a Tyranitar EX in the next set. Houndoom and Umbreon are good shoutouts as well, but my money's on Tyranitar. Crobat's another good one. Agree that we could see a Crobat. So, my opponent and I are both just setting up a bunch of heavy hitters here, but the fact that all of my heavy hitters are worth 1 point and all of their heavy hitters are worth 2, I think means we have a pretty strong advantage here. And with the Giovanni queued up and the damage, the splash damage from the rough skins, my opponent's at a pretty distinct disadvantage here. I think I'm just going to let him take a knockout point here. So I can get the Melmetal set up. I could Leaf and Tauros here, but I think I just want to have the other one ready to go. You have to have a secondary game plan, which Tauros and Aerodactyl can kind of do, but also not really. All right, so they've taken 1 knockout point. Now our Tauros comes in and takes us 2 knockout points, and then anything they clear Tauros with, Melmetal plus Giovanni is gonna be able to clean up. These go down to 130 after they Inferno Rush, which is another reason why I keep talking about you have to have 2 Giovannis in these 120 deal 120 decks. This is another basically 130 HP thing.